this.
Of course you should, but we're going to do this first.
Like this.
Podcasting, the final audio frontier. These are the legends of Brown Squadron.
Our computer is picking up a strange signal. Here, sir, you better take a look at it.
The ongoing mission? To explore the Star Wars universe and other nerd culture topics. To seek new content and new cantinas, bars, and lounges. To boldly annoy Scruffy by making too many bad jokes. Welcome to the Hyperspace Heroes Podcast.
And welcome to another episode of Hyperspace Heroes. This is episode 71 of the Hyperspace Heroes podcast. This is Brown Leader signing in. All wings report in.
Brown 2 reporting in.
Brown 4 standing by.
Sweet. Well, guess who's back?
Standing by, but I'm reporting in.
You guys can keep talking. You gonna answer that question?
Yeah, I'm waiting for an answer. Why am I always reporting in? You're standing by.
Stand by.
Okay.
I'll get back to you on that.
All right.
This is a great start. I'm glad to be back. Jeez, I'm gonna let you guys just do it all from now on. So
Yeah, well, we did fine for 2 weeks while you were off gallivanting around the universe.
that's right. Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah, doing something fun.
Yeah, actually, it was a lot of fun. And while we have a special guest tonight, and we are going to have them join us in just a few moments. But before, and to kind of tease who our guest is, I'm going to play this really quick. You know, that's only 23 seconds, and it seems like it takes longer when you're waiting for it to end.
Yeah, it seems like about 5 minutes.
Right. So, yeah, we're going to have a guest on tonight to talk about lightsabers. Alky Solutions is going to be joining us, Kyle from Alky Solutions, to talk about building lightsabers, designing them, and it's going to be a fun discussion. So, yeah, actually. So, and you know what? Guys, let's just jump right into that conversation right now, and let's introduce Kyle from Alky Solutions. Welcome, Kyle.
Hi,
Oh,
Hello there. Hello. Thank you. I hope my voice is okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
That's Ahsoka.
Yeah,
That's the best animatronic cat I've ever seen.
Awesome. Okay.
So yeah, welcome to the show.
Right. Thank you.
Thank
you.
Yeah, Kyle here is
for
joining us
having
from
me
Alky
today.
Solutions.
I'm glad to be here.
Mm-hmm.
So this is really cool.
Yeah. Real quick.
Thank you. Yeah, Alky Solutions. We started about 3 years ago.
Yeah, keep going.
Oh, it's all good.
Yep. We seem to have a little bit of a
I was just going to say just a quick rundown. We started about 3 years ago. Yeah, that's what I was saying. There's a little bit of a time lag, but okay. So what I was saying is that my girlfriend and I we started this company because I tried to buy a couple lightsabers. I found it really hard to do so. Just a lot of info was just really confusing and stuff. So Alex and I, we decided we're going to make our own company, and we'll kind of go from there.
Very cool.
Just a sec.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Are you guys there?
Yeah, we're here.
We're here.
Oh, Okay.
We're having some connectivity problems.
Okay, sorry.
That's
This
okay.
is my first time doing a video thing. So 2 or 3 years ago, we just had a hard time trying to find sabers. So we created this company to make it easier for people to kind of find the sabers that they want to. I take people by the hand and I help them through the whole process. And we also try to make it so that people can get the actual saber that they really want, and not just settling for one because that's all the money they have at the time. So we just try to bring a lot of good stuff like that to everybody out there.
Very cool. Very cool. And yeah, I first listened to an interview with you from the Escape Pod and the crew over there, and definitely wanted to have you
Great
guys,
coach, guys.
have you on our show to kind of talk about what you do. Before we get into that though, so first question we typically ask our new guests is, what does Star Wars mean to you? So
How the best way to put it is that everybody has a place in this world, or in this reality that we're living in. Everybody's got a place, and everybody plays a part, be it good or bad. You're playing a part that is, our story, our human story, and stuff like that. And so that's what Star Wars means to me. Is it gives everybody a place. It doesn't matter if you're, a Jedi, a Sith, a Mandalorian, or a droid. It gives you a place to feel welcome. That's what it means to me.
Very cool. DB?
Oh, I have the follow-up question. I forget.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about your first Star Wars experience?
Okay. Well, my very first Star Wars experience, I just, with this big, dog-looking dude, and then some cool pirate to it. But the part that means the most to me was when I was in the hospital, and they played a couple of Star Wars movies, and just for that time, I didn't really think about anything except for, wow, I really enjoy watching this. So those are the two for me.
Excellent.
So Kyle, thanks again for coming on. And what sets Alky Solutions apart from other lightsaber makers?
And well, that's a really good question, and I really like that one. So the things that separate us from other lightsaber companies is, well, one, you get a 1-year warranty. Two, you get me for your customer service. So if you have any after sales questions or anything like that, you can contact me, and that's for life. I leave that channel of communication open forever. If you get a lightsaber from us, I will help you in any way that I can with that lightsaber. Another thing that separates us is a lot of companies will have just one supplier, like either, and TXQ and LGT are the biggest suppliers out there for sabers that are coming into North America. And TXQ and LGT are Xenopixel and SNV4 Pixel. So we also, but so we have both of them. So we don't just have one. We have both of them. Plus we have another company that has what's called an Eco Drive. We have another company that does a Yen Core. And we're working with another couple of smaller companies that do the lightsaber hilts are obviously going to cost more and things like that, but they do specialty hilts that are handmade and everything. So we even have people that hand make lightsabers. We're coming out with exclusive hilts, exclusive to only Alky Solutions. So we try to keep up like that. We have so many stars from Star Wars have gotten lightsabers from us. So we've We've gotten to mingle with quite a few stars, which is really super cool. And if the stars have any questions, like I had to help Ming Na Wen and her crew for it was about an hour. We actually sat on video chat while I took them through step by step on how every part of your saber works. And so yeah, they love it. I love it. It's just tons of fun, and that's what separates us. We're really big fans, and we're selling lightsabers to other really big fans. So I think that's what really separates us.
That's
That's
very
awesome.
cool. That's very awesome. So we know you what get into a little more. You kind of threw some terms out there in terms of the pixels and that kind of thing. And how does that differ than like what you're getting? Say, I was just at Galaxy's Edge. I didn't do the lightsaber thing, but how does that like what sets you apart from like the lightsabers you would get at Disney World?
Okay, hold on. You just froze there for a sec.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah,
I
so
heard Galaxy's Edge.
yes. So what sets your like you pay a premium dollar if you go to Galaxy's Edge, to build a lightsaber. So in terms of tech and
Yeah.
quality, what's kind of the because I mean your sabers are good and they're at a good price in terms of the quality, but what is it that makes your sabers much more value for the dollar that you're spending as opposed to doing it at Galaxy's Edge?
Okay, I love this question because don't get me wrong, I love Disney. I love that they have Galaxy's Edge, but you're paying for the experience and not really for a quality saber. If you notice, the blades actually lock into the Disney ones, like, and you can't interchange the blades. Like, you get that blade's for that saber.
Mhm.
And if you notice, it's kind of chunky. They're kind of chunky. Now, I'm gonna go to Galaxy's Edge, and I'm going to pay that $250, and I'm gonna build a lightsaber, even though I have stuff like this, in my own arsenal. Which this is the Kyle Katarn, and this is a pixelated one. So, pixelated and RGB. Let me grab an RGB. Here's an RGB. So what RGB means is that inside of here, in the hilt, it's kind of like a flashlight, and it has an LED. The LED lights up the polycarbonate tube, and these ones you can smack around, you can fight, because there's no lighting system up inside the blade. Then you go into pixel, which this one is. Now, Disney's are pixel, Galaxy's Edge is pixel, but it's not like this pixel where there's way more lights in here. The polycarbonate tube is stronger, so you can light deflective battle with it. But this here, you can have rainbows. You can make it change whatever color you want it to. You can even have it flash 2 colors so fast that your brain doesn't see it until you swing it around, and then all of a sudden it's like blue, green, and it looks really cool. So that would be probably some of the major differences. Plus, with these ones here, watch, I'm going to unscrew this. Now, Disney, you can't do this with. Okay? And if you look right there, there's the SD card. I can take that SD card out, put my own sound fonts into it, and I can end up with a sound font that's like this one here. This has 52 different sound fonts in it, this one. And if you check this out, it even has a screen.
Saber.
Okay? And it shows everything on the screen. Just a second, I'm moving away from it. But there you go. So it has everything on the screen there, and it tells you what bank you're in. That's your font. Then it tells you what mode you're in, and then it tells you how much battery power you got left, and it tells your sound. But see now, this is the difference here. Now watch when I swing it around. See, that's some different stuff, isn't it?
That's very cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
see,
awesome.
so there's the difference in what we can do as comparable to what Disney does. So Disney, you get one sound. You might get two colors, I think they got it up to now is two colors. But I mean that had rainbows coming out of it. And I had people singing as they swing it around. So you could hear the people singing, so there's definitely some differences there compared to Disney. Actually, we are the only people in North America that have this. This is called our Granville. So the Granville, it has lighting system in. Now this is a pixelated blade, so as you can see, it does the rainbows, but yet even the handle lights up.
That's cool.
There we go. So yeah, so there's a lot of cool stuff we can do now.
Very
That's
awesome.
Yeah.
awesome. And how did you
Thank
get
you.
in?
Thank
How
you.
did you get into this business?
Well, my girlfriend and I, we always wanted to start a business together, and we kind of just we didn't know what to sell. Like I was selling motorcycles for Harley Davidson, and I was pretty darn good at it, but I wasn't happy, and I just wasn't happy with myself. So we started out with small animal homes, like ones for like tarantulas and stuff like that, and it just didn't excite us. And so I asked her, I was like, hey, I tried to buy a lightsaber and it was really hard. Why don't we try to become a dealer? And we bought some stock. I went and I looked through everything and decided, okay, this is the direction I want to try. And so we bought some stock. I went out into the track and field by my house here, set up a little table, and families just started coming because they saw these lightsabers flying around. And we sold some, and it just turned out like this is a lot of fun. I mean, I get to dress up. I get to meet famous people. I'm traveling all over North America doing this. I mean, it just excited us, and it just grew and grew and grew. And now we're at the point now where if you want to have like a solid gold hilt with diamond buttons, I'll make it for you. I mean, you got to pay for it, but I'll make it for you. Yeah.
That's awesome.
See,
Scruff,
I get to dress up part is the best part. Yeah, because if I dress up and go to work, I get called the HR.
That's why I love doing the conventions. I swear to you, the conventions are just fun.
Sold. I'll be there in a week.
Mm-hmm.
Hire me.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Well, this year we've got like 20 places that we're going to be going to. So, I mean, I'm sure we're going to be in your town at some point.
Probably not our town.
Probably
Well,
not.
where are you guys at again?
Northern Michigan.
No, we're not in Michigan this year. We got for the states we've got Chicago, New York, Seattle, and Portland. And I think we have one LA. We've also got LA. We're going to go to WonderCon, I think.
WonderCon.
Yeah.
So, do you do most of your business at conventions?
Well, that's just us getting out to meet the people and kind of spread our name and stuff like that. But we do online sales. We're across all social media. I mean, I put ads out on Facebook now, so we kind of get them from everywhere. But it is more fun doing the conventions, like by far. but yeah, we do our sales from everywhere.
Very cool. Scruff, you got a question?
Yeah. Do you have sabers that are strong enough for a fight? Like I own some FX lightsabers, the first generation style. They were cool, but they're not designed for to have a battle with, I guess. Do you have ones that are strong?
This one here is exactly. This one here is the one that I think that you would probably really like. It's really cost effective. This is our champion. So this is our Padawan series. Okay. It comes with a 3 millimeter thick. Now here's the thing. The blades can come in either 2 millimeter or 3 millimeter. Now the 2 millimeter is going to light up nicer. But now we actually have a new, and we're also the first ones in Canada, and I think the US for this. instead of having one LED, we now have 3 inside of it. So even with a 3 millimeter thick blade, it's even brighter actually than the old ones with a 2 millimeter blade. So yeah, these ones here are the ones that you could fight with because it's just a polycarbonate tube. Here in a second, let's see. Okay, so see, it's just a polycarbonate tube, right? So you're able to, and it's got cellophane inside, and it's kind of like that's what fiber optics and how it gets the light up in top. And here's something really cool, so that the people can see. This is an RGB hilt style, so it looks like a flashlight with a single LED in this one. We now have them with 3 LEDs, which makes it even super brighter. And let's see if I can show you what the top of a pixelated one looks like. In a sec. I don't know if the whole thing is going to come with me or not. So there you go. And that's a pixelated top. So you can see that it's got little prongs and pieces on it. Eh? So no longer is the tube hollow. Now it's got the little, just like where am I going here? Now it's got the little metal piece on the bottom that the connectors will touch, and that's what lights up your blade.
Oh, very cool.
Okay.
There you go. Kind of just pulling it all apart here.
I like hearing the clanging because I know it's metal and not cheap plastic.
Oh yeah, yeah. Actually, this is,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't really work with plastics. Now, we do have a new one. Actually, just like, let me just put this back together. We do have a new one called the BB-8, and it has leather on it.
What?
That is right here. Okay, and this is a scabbard, so you can put it in, and it says Saber on it, and when it lights up, it kind of shows all through. But it's a way that you can walk around a convention and have it on your waist and still get around the convention. So this is our BB-8, and it's got leather right here. So to put the blade on, you have to unscrew these two, pull this back. You can put the blade in, and then you put it back on and screw those back in. So, and Sci-Fi on the Rock in Newfoundland is actually going to have the BB-8 puppeteer there. So I'm going to get him to sign the back of this. I'm going to get him to sign that.
Oh, that's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, I noticed on your website you said you do custom sabers. Have you done custom sabers for any conventions?
Well, we're coming out with a brand new thing that's exclusive to us, and it's our anime hilt selection. Oh. So so it looks more like a sword, like an actual sword sort of thing, and it comes in different colors. So we got like blue, red, gold, purple. Different colors of blue, like greens and stuff like that, so that you can actually get the color that you want. And we're going to be putting in some anime fonts and stuff into it, so that you'll have like the Sailor Moon and I think One Piece. And then my kids were telling me to get a couple more. They know anime, so I'm going to get them to help with that stuff. You got to get the kids involved.
Absolutely. Now you made one called the Mandalorian.
Correct. Yeah. With the Mando. So the Mando.
Yes, the Mando.
Do you want me to just go grab one real quick? Just give me a second.
Yeah.
I'll be right
Sure.
back.
Absolutely.
Just 1 sec.
Yeah. While he's doing that, and I encourage listeners, check out their website. It's alkysolutions.com. And here's an example of, there's just a screenshot of their website. But yeah, check out their website. Also, their Etsy page is really good in terms of finding what they have available. I did see some pictures on their website in terms of the new styles that they have coming up. So I was just plugging your website while you were out.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So there's the Mando.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay, and it comes in pixelated and RGB.
Okay.
And it comes in black or silver.
Man, you could
And
really
right here, just
customize this.
Did you ever do one of those for a convention?
replicas here. The replicas are what everybody wants to see. So let's see
Well,
which one we got.
on that Mando, did you ever do that for a convention specifically?
The Mando lightsaber?
Yeah.
Yeah, we showcased that one, I believe, in Calgary.
Well,
Yeah.
I think what Scruffy's asking is so one of the
Is that yours?
one of the conventions we got.
It's our design, but another company bought our design, and so they
Is it?
used it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We go to a convention called ICCC every year, and they do a custom lightsaber every year. And we were just trying to figure out if maybe they were sourcing from you guys.
Probably design ideas, because
Okay.
we do a lot of designing, and then we kind of make them public so that other people can get them. Because again, we're just fans. I'm not here to, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
I'd rather
Mhm.
everybody just have a chance at it. I'm just a nice guy. But there are some that I'm like, all right, we're gonna make this exclusive to us for like a year or two, and then after a year or two, we'll put the designs out for other people to be able to get.
Oh, that's cool.
So here you go. Here's obviously Obi episode 1.
That's
There you go. And my favorite is that you can get this in RGB or pixel, and if you get it in RGB, you can actually fight with this just as hard as he did against Maul.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
okay. That's
Oh,
cool.
the funny thing is, Emin, the guy that plays Ezra in the new Ahsoka show, I thought he was going to want to get an Ezra lightsaber. He actually wanted Darth Maul's.
Really?
So that's the one that he's getting from us is Darth Maul. So yeah.
Very
We're
cool.
going to see him
Very
in
cool.
Vancouver. Pardon?
Oh no, we're just saying very cool. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and again, it's metal. But here we go. Let's see what we got down here. Ooh, this is one of my favorites. I love Starkiller.
Oh, wow.
This is one of my personal favorites. Starkiller 1 and Starkiller 2 are just so nice looking.
Oh, that is
Oh.
awesome.
Oh, that is
Sweet.
beautiful.
Yeah, and the wrap is just so nice on your hand. Oh yeah, hands down one of my favorites. So these are all empties, just so that we can have our displays up on the table. Just a second
So,
here.
what is your favorite hilt? Is that your favorite hilt?
My favorite hilt, Princess
Yeah.
Leia.
Okay.
Yeah, hands
Very
down, 100% Princess Leia. And what's cool is Emily Swallow and Ming Na Wen both got the Princess Leia from us. Now, Ming Na
Very cool.
Wen, Ming Na Wen had me do custom work to hers, so I did that custom work myself personally. I mean, if you're gonna get, you know what I mean, I got to make
Oh,
sure it's
that's
perfect for her.
Absolutely.
But yeah, hands down, Princess Leia. It even floats. So there's these, you know how there's on the Princess Leia, there's like 4 rungs, okay, and the blade sits into the 3rd rung, and it floats above rung 1. So it floats between rung 1 and 2, and then there's 3 and 4, right? And then that's where you tie it in. But it floats, and then the blade lights up, so you can look right through it and see right through it, and then the blade lights up like magic somehow. Yeah, well, I mean, I know how, but it's not magic, but it looks like magic. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's
Cool.
awesome.
That's very cool. So
Very
that's
awesome.
let's see if that comes across. There's
That right there. So you see those 4 things at the very top of it.
yeah.
The
Oh,
4
yeah.
sparkly thing. Yeah. So it would sit so that it actually floats above the bottom one. So you just have this little tiny layer, and then you can see right through it. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
cool.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
So, how is it as a fan getting to meet all of these Star Wars celebrities and have them buying lightsabers from you?
I'll give you it. It's absolutely crazy. Let's be real. Let's be real, man. Like the fact that they know me by name, and when we were in Portland, I was walking by John Carlo's table, And Giancarlo's like, "Oh, Kyle, you're here." And I'm like, "Yeah, man, how's it going? I didn't want to follow you." And he goes, "No, come on over." So I'm over there and give him a big hug. We talk for a few minutes. And of course, the whole line of people that are there to meet him are looking at me like, "Who's this guy?" and I'm just like, "Yeah, I'll be at my table, man. If you want, come on by later or something." And yeah, we'll see how it goes. And then all of a sudden, that whole group of people shows up at my table. Like, who's this guy that knows this guy? So it is fun.
Nice.
It is a lot of fun. Yeah. The Hayden Christensen, hands down, super cool. I still have his fingerprints on a Darth Vader lightsaber. So, and I got a photo of him holding it.
Nice.
Yeah.
I still have his fingerprints.
Yeah. Yeah. We call it the Hayden Vader saber.
Spoken like a real fan.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. When I walked out of the room, I was just holding it like, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh,
That is awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
But that's what I mean. Like it's I'm a fan. That's why, you know what, there's a lot of lightsaber companies that I found out there. They don't know nothing about the lure and the history and all this. I've seen most companies here's when you know a company's looking for your money and they don't care about they're not a fan, they just want your money. If you look at their Revan sabers, they'll always have them switched. They'll always have the Jedi saber as the Sith and the Sith as the Jedi. And that's how you really tell. If you go onto a company's site and you see those switched, you're like, wait, that's not right. You know right there that company, they don't care about you. They don't care about anything. Their customer service is usually going to be crap. And they're not a fan. So it's, as you can see, it's like I'm just a massive fan. That's why I love Star Wars, man.
That's funny.
Oh, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, I gotta say, all the conventions I've been to, no celebrities ever called me by name and over to their table. So you get mad props for that.
Yeah, never happened to me either.
Paul Lee actually remembered, or like he remembers everything about me whenever he talks. I'm like, how do you remember that, man? Like, yeah. So that one's really cool. Yeah, and Emily Swallow, she is so nice. She has to be one of the nicest people I've ever met. She hung out with my kids for like half an hour. While I was working so that I could get some work done. And she's just has amazing people. I love it.
That's cool.
Oh, that's awesome. So how did you get those mad lightsaber spinning skills?
So YouTube. I learned from YouTube. There's this guy that does it in his backyard. And he's great at it. He's like, I will teach you how to do the Obiani spin in 5 minutes. And literally in 5 minutes, I was doing a single-handed Obiani. I cannot do a double Obiani, but my kid can. She's my oldest is great, but I can just do a single Obiani. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that.
That's cool.
Thank you.
That's cool.
You gotta tell us who that YouTube channel is. I need to work on that this summer.
Yeah. What I'll do is as soon as we're done this, I'll look it up on the thing because it comes up right quick too. It comes up really quick. It's just a single dude standing there in his backyard. Yeah.
That is awesome.
Very cool.
My wife is going to be so disappointed in me this summer. Spent out in the backyard learning how to spin lightsaber.
Now, here's the thing. I suggest learning on an RGB because they're much, much lighter. And once you get the RGB down, then I suggest switching over to something. Because if you look too, this is a much more, basic hilt for. There's no bumps too much on it. And then, you're trying to swing this around. That's a big difference. So start with something like this. Or your Mando. That Mando one you have there is perfect for learning.
Is there a weight difference between the two styles?
Oh, very much so. very, very much so, because this is the Padawan series. So even with our battle series, which the hilts are upgraded, like the Mando RGB is in our battle series. So this one here, yeah, this one's super light. Like you could throw this up in the air, and you know what I mean. But then once you go to something like this is almost 5 times as heavy as that one.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So there's a big difference. Big difference. Yeah.
Very cool.
Do the guts make any difference in the weight, whether it's RGB or?
Yeah, well, because even now this blade has a big huge light string up inside.
Mm-hmm.
These blades weigh about the weight of 4 to 5 of the other blades.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So that's why I suggest, if you're going to learn to spin with an RGB. Once you get that down, then spin with your pixelated sabers.
That's very cool. Very cool. So you said you're coming to the about 5 different places in the States. What do you enjoy about the convention circuit?
One thing that I love is, I mean, of course, that I love traveling. I love meeting people. I love seeing different celebrities. So, like, I'm going to meet Bruce Campbell. I know he's not really Star Wars, but I love Bruce Campbell.
He's a legend.
Exactly, right? Like an absolute legend. I'm going to meet Christopher Lloyd
Yes.
this year. You know, Doc Brown. You know, like that's what I love about doing the circuits. You get to see all these nostalgic people. Heck, I actually just met Peter Cullen, Optimus Prime.
Oh, wow.
You know, like, yeah, I spent like maybe about 5 minutes with
cool.
him, just talking to him, thanking him for being, you know, Optimus. Yeah. But that's what I love, is that you're going around, you're meeting people. It's not a normal type of job. You know, it's not like I got to wake up 9 to 5, man. Got that boss wants me in at this time. You know, well, I mean, my girlfriend does make sure that I'm on time.
Yeah.
So I guess I kind of have a little bit of a boss, but yeah, you know what I mean, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's cool.
If I can buy my boss flowers, that's okay. She's not gonna be so mad. You know?
Yeah. No, if I do that, I get in trouble.
Right. Mm-hmm. Another trip to HR. So.
Yeah. HR is, meanwhile, it's just us sitting over at a Wendy's sharing a spicy chicken sandwich.
Guys, what other questions did you have?
So, what was your greatest creation so far?
For lightsaber wise,
Yeah.
probably the anime hilts. Probably the anime. Actually, wait, no. Ming's Leia is, because I did the work on that myself personally. So yeah, I would say Ming's Leia is my personal favorite creation. But for the company, it would be the new anime hilts that are coming out, because they look fantastic.
Have those hit the website yet?
No. Actually, you're the first to hear about it.
Exclusive.
Yeah, there you go. Sorry. Yeah.
Exclusive.
I was
All
trying to make
right.
one big thing.
Very cool.
So yeah, that we're talking about it for the first time here on your show. I'll make sure that we shoot you guys a picture so that you can put it up somewhere with it or something like that. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome.
When do you expect to have a product line out?
I mean, they're available right now. It's just that we just don't have them posted anywhere. This is still so new that I've only just seen it for myself, the live one and everything. So yeah, but I mean, if somebody sees the photo from your guys's video cast, if they see the photo there and they want to get one, they can hit me up. Just pick a color.
Oh, that's awesome. All right.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
Thank you.
Did you say that one of your stops in the States this year is Chicago?
Yep.
Oh yeah. What time? When you going to Chicago? What's the?
Hold on, let me see. I'll tell you
Yeah.
what Chicago is here now.
Is that C2E2?
Wait, where is it? Chicago is LA, Calgary, Prince George, Squadron. I'm everywhere. Niagara Falls, Newfoundland twice. So I'm going to be at San Diego Comic-Con. So it's called Canada FX. So it would be the Chicago Fan Expo, and that is in August. It is August 16th, 17th, and 18th, and we
Okay.
will be in Chicago for that one.
Very cool.
Okay.
Thank
That'd
you.
probably be the closest to our location. That's
Yeah.
why I asked.
Hey, if
'Cause
you can make it down even for the day, come stop on by the table, man. I'll let you swing around whatever sabers you want.
That's awesome.
Oh,
Very cool.
that's Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd.
Are these the?
There you go. That is them.
Oh,
That's
Oh,
on your.
okay.
That's
Oh,
on
did
your.
Alex put them up? Oh, they must be up now then. She must have done it last night.
It's on your Instagram.
Oh, okay, Instagram. That's right. Okay, good. Now I put that up on Instagram, so there we go.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So those are the anime hilts there. They come in way more colors than just that too.
very cool.
So, there's way more colors. That's awesome. Thank you for popping that up. I forgot that I put that on Insta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what are the enchanted? Because I see that on your site as
So
well.
the enchanted, it's a hilt that my girlfriend kind of helped with that one. She, if you look, there's even like a knight's helmet on it and stuff like that. So we called it enchanted because that was her choosing, and it was because it kind of looks almost fairy tale-ish, you know.
Yeah.
So, and that's the gold. So now this is the new. So we have it in silver, and then we have it in the brushed gold, which I think the brushed gold looks way more Old Republic. It just looks kind of nicer, you know.
Yeah.
That's very
So
cool.
that's those ones there.
Very cool.
Those are two of our newest ones that are coming out right now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So if somebody wanted to do a custom, how would they go about? Just reach out to you on your site?
Yeah, you can reach out to us through our site, Facebook, Instagram, however that you contact me, that's fine. And it's basically just, I need to know the designs. I need to know like measurements, things like that, colors, metals that you want to have used, you know, because, some people want steel, some people want aluminum. Some people want brass, you know, so you might have different metals all inside of one single hilt. So I need to know all of those things. But as long as they contact me, we just start the process from there.
So if somebody wanted to take like Ahsoka's other saber and give it battle damage from the end of the Ahsoka series and make it look like it was put back together, that'd be doable.
I mean, I could do that.
Yeah.
I could do that. Yeah. I'm just thinking, like, because all you got to do is just pull the core out, cut it, and then reassemble it back together, right?
Right.
So I could do that.
That'd be kind of cool.
That would be kind of neat. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know, Kyle.
Looks like somebody's spending some money.
Yeah, when you get that order tomorrow, you know who it came from. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I thought that would be a cool design.
He's been talking about it all
here's the
day.
thing too. We're actually coming out with the sword of talisman.
Oh.
Yeah, because when I met Diana Lee,
That's awesome.
You know, she actually picked out the Yoda. She wanted the Yoda lightsaber, and she asked me. She goes, "Well, do you have the sword of?" And I'm like, "I don't, but I'm gonna build it." So now in about 6 weeks, we're gonna have that, or no, 6 months. Sorry, we're gonna have that one available too, and she's getting the very first one off the production line.
Nice.
That's very cool.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Yeah, he was talking about that Ahsoka lightsaber earlier today. He's been geeking out about it all day.
Oh yeah, so we have Ahsoka Fulcrum, and we have Ahsoka Clone Wars, and we have 3 different Ahsokas right now. Fulcrum, her younger year single blade and a Clone War, and then her double blade Clone War.
Yeah.
I'm
a big fan of the Fulcrum. Just so the guys can see what you were talking about. Here's Leia's saber. If I can get
that's from Ming, yeah.
Yeah, from Ming.
That's actually Ming Na Wen holding it there.
Yeah.
And if you look at the bottom of it, it's even black. She wanted me to do some extra work, so that black stuff and all that, I I had to put all that in there.
That's cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
Is that the Instagram?
Yep, that's off
yeah.
of Alky's Instagram right there. So that's Ming holding her saber. That was literally after we spent about an hour on the phone together trying to figure out, because she's like, I don't know how to work any of this. This is so cool. And I don't want to break it. And I'm like, don't worry. It's
Well,
fine.
she's a big Uber fan herself, so you know.
Oh,
yeah. I'm sure she doesn't want it. She probably really treasures it and doesn't want to, break it. I mean, that's
yeah.
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 So, and I
Yeah.
really loved when you showed me that picture when we were
Oh,
first
yeah.
talking.
That
That's
was in
awesome.
Portland.
Yeah,
that was in Portland.
that's awesome. He seems like a really super nice guy.
He really is.
Oh,
he really
Jabba
is.
the Hutt.
Jabba the Hutt, yeah. But so Kyle, what else would you like our listeners and our viewers to know about Alky Solutions?
Well, we kind of went over basically everything. What my thing is if anybody's going to be going to a fan expo, okay, well, that's the ones that we do mostly is fan expos and Comic Cons. Okay. If anybody's going to a fan expo, definitely look us up. It's a good 95% chance we're going to be at that fan expo. So we love meeting people. And if you see us on a podcast or you see us on a video or anything like that, let me know where you saw us from. And we usually give you a little discount just to make it a little nicer for you.
Oh, very cool.
Another thing that I'd like for everybody to know about us is that this is a family-owned company, a family-run company. It's me, my girlfriend, and my daughters. And we're not here to rip people off and just make as much money as we can without any customer support and without any service. We really pride ourselves on having the best prices. And personally, I pride myself on having the best customer service. So if you do want to have a saber, come get to know me and get to know us. Let's have some fun. Let's watch talk some Star Wars, and let's go swinging some sabers.
Very cool. Very cool. And what's your next appearance? You've got Vancouver coming up, right?
That's right. We got Vancouver, and then this weekend I'm free. The weekend after that is Vancouver. Then the weekend after that is Seattle, and I think it's just I think I got maybe a weekend free again, and then it's just bang, 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 and it just starts right up.
Very cool. Very cool.
Road trip to Vancouver. I've been to Vancouver a couple times. I love it there.
Hey, if you guys ever come down here, man, I'll take you guys skydiving.
Ooh.
No.
Oh.
Yeah. I've been jumping for about 10 years.
You guys have fun. I'll be on the ground watching.
So, speaking of family, I got to ask, so most importantly, what do your kids think about all this?
Well, okay.
Yes.
My youngest daughter thinks it's absolutely cool.
Yeah.
My oldest daughter thought it was absolutely cool, but now she's 12 and she's too cool for anything. So she doesn't care no more.
I got one of those.
Yeah. Yeah. We got I've got another 6 years of that, and then we're done with that, and then she'll be back into it.
Right.
But they like the traveling part, so they like it. They like
That's
it.
Cool.
A lot.
That's very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
All
The
right.
cool stories
awesome.
with other friends at school.
Oh yeah. I got to meet so and so. Right. Yeah. That Emily was babysitting us for a half an hour.
Yeah.
What celebrity babysat you? Nobody.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
You know what? Actually, my oldest did say something like that. She's like, Emily Swallow hung out with us.
Kyle, will you adopt me? I will be part of the family business if I can.
Yeah, no kidding.
You know what? Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. If we're ever in a convention and it's in the States there, usually what we do is we hire somebody that's American, and they deal with all the money and everything, and we pay them. And that kind of separates us from dealing with any of that stuff. So I'm paying an American worker, right?
Oh, very cool.
So yeah, if you guys are ever in an area that we're doing, if you want, we will pay for your pass, and we'll give you, we'll pay for your food for the day, and we'll either, toss you a lightsaber or give you some money or something like that for helping out.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe you can be behind the table.
Road trip.
There,
Yeah.
there you go.
That's very cool. Very cool. All
Awesome.
right. Any other questions for Kyle, guys?
Well, how can I follow up? Will you adopt me? I don't know.
Yeah, I got
I know, right?
Now that you
All
creeped
right.
him out, I got nothing, man.
Well,
I've
cool.
never been asked to adopt somebody before.
Right.
Let's start with that.
So, like Kyle was saying, check out their website. They also have a really good Etsy page for lightsabers. They've got every design. Check it out, alkysolutions.com for sure.
We're 5 stars across the board.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Never had anything less than a 5-star. So
Awesome.
Very
that's
awesome.
pretty cool.
Well, let's switch over real quick. We do a segment called Collection Corner where we talk about anything we collect. And Kyle, do you collect anything outside of lightsabers?
Ooh.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, he's got something.
He's got something.
All right. All right.
Ooh.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
Okay.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
What issue
So
number is that?
I got this from a Vietnam veteran, and he was retiring, and it was his last convention he's ever going to do. He just wanted to sell as many comic books as he could because he's too old now, wanted the money for his grandkids.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, Spider-Man and Star Wars. I was like, I got to get this one.
That is
So I
very
had
cool.
to, yeah.
That is very
At
cool.
every single convention I go to, I always get one comic book because it's what started it all.
Okay.
Well, you
Right.
don't want to
Right.
hang out with Scruffy because you'll end up with like stacks of comics.
Yes.
Yeah, sadly.
See, I've got some comics that are worth a lot of money in the back, and I've only got a stack, maybe 100 high, and but I've got like some #1 issues for like Ninja Turtles, stuff like that.
Nice.
Scruffy's our comic guy. He's our expert.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Well, what happened is I come across some of my comics from when I was a kid, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna get every Marvel vintage Marvel Star Wars comic that there was, and if it takes me the rest of my life, okay, so be it. This was 2 years ago. I'm only about 3 or 4 issues short now.
Hey man, as long as you love it.
And then I started going up to the front of the comic book store where the new stuff was, and I got hooked on this, and then I got hooked on that, and now it's a little bit out of control again. And then I'm also picking up some vintage. I don't know if you remember the Nam back from the late '70s or late '80s. There was a comic book called the Nam. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So I started buying those now, and yeah, it's out of control. Like everything else down in this man cave down here, it's just out of control.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm loving the caves, man. I'm loving it. Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm basically just in the bunk beds behind me there. I just try to get into a room that was quiet.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Well, we do go. We if you're ever looking for kind of a cool collectors convention, we go to one every year down in Tennessee called Imperial Commissary Collectors Convention, and it's a pretty cool. It's all just it's all about collecting, and that's what it is.
Well, send us the info.
Yeah, it's a fan run, fan driven, fan focused.
Those are my favorite ones.
Yeah. Michael puts on a good show, Michael Havens, and he's had some really good guests. We go down there and work in the podcast room when we're down there, and but the whole shop floor is just one big, collectible dream in terms of and he's pretty picky about his vendors. He'd probably love to have you, he's pretty picky. He's not corporate, so there's no corporate sponsorships. There's no corporate anything.
Good.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool con. We've gotten to, we've had a few celebrities run-ins there.
What's the dates on that?
This year it's early October down in Nashville. I'll send you the info.
Yeah, he does a custom lightsaber every year too, and that's where I got that.
October, I'm quite free in October. I'm going to be in Winnipeg at the end of October.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's like the first weekend of October. I'll shoot you the information.
Okay, because if it's the first weekend of October, I'm coming back from Edmonton, Regina, So I'll be back in British Columbia. We can spend a day and then fly out there or something like that. So okay, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, very
Yeah,
cool.
please let us know.
I'll hook you up with that. So it's a pretty cool crew. It's a pretty cool crew and crowd, and everybody's
And you kind of know
nice.
the guys and stuff in it, so that
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael Havens is the organizer, and he comes on our show once a year, and we talk to him,
nice. Okay.
and he's real into he's all about
And
it.
this is down in Tennessee, huh?
Yeah.
And how many days is it? 2, 3,
4.
This year it's actually 4. Yeah.
100%. Tell us, send me that info, because anything that's 3 days and over, we love going to those.
Yeah. And day one is like a VIP day. So
perfect. Okay. Heck, there you go. Maybe we'll be in Tennessee.
Yeah, maybe that'd be
awesome.
That'd be very cool.
That would be.
Yeah. So
the guy who runs it's just an awesome guy. We were sitting out there smoking outside the main entrance, smoking a cigarette, and he walks up, and we're just smoking and talking to him, and then a couple celebrities walk out, and we're just standing there talking to these guys, and it's just very casual.
Wow, okay. And here's the thing, as I was saying, if we're going to be in a convention that's around where you guys are at, maybe we could just, buy you guys a pass, be like, hey, just come hang out at the table every once in a while, so we can go out, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that'd be
we'll definitely. Yeah, we could work something out. All right.
Yeah, we'll talk off air and see if we can get you guys down there. That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. So Scruffy, anything really quick for Collection Corner?
Somebody went to some place that he hasn't talked about yet and picked us up some awesome stuff. The AT-AT.
Nice. And we're going to do
for the Droid collection. Absolutely.
Yep. We're going to do we'll do a separate episode just on my adventures down at Nerdland, as we're calling it.
Nerdland. And there's a little hint on where Nerdland is.
Star Tours.
Yes. And little did he know that I have a fascination with smashed pennies. I don't know why. I have to have them every time I go somewhere. I probably got 20 of them in this house somewhere, and here's another 8 to go with my collection.
I think I have one, and it's from a place called Peggy's Cove. I don't know if you've ever heard of Peggy's Cove, but it's like a really famous place here in Canada. It's the lighthouse, the big famous lighthouse.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And they have a penny crusher there. You pop the penny in, you crank it, and it spits out little penny. I'll see if I can find it. I'll bring it for you, man.
That's awesome.
That'd be awesome.
I'll bring it for you.
So
awesome.
Funny story about those pennies I wanted to tell you guys. So when we were down there, I found those at Disney Springs, and it's a machine, and for X amount of dollars, you can get the whole set, and it's a set of 9. So knowing that you guys are collectors and you love to hunt, I only got you 8 so that you have to hunt for the 9th penny.
There you go, man. Yes. There you go.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's actually, you've got the complete set. I didn't want you.
Always looking at that.
You didn't want me to have an aneurysm right here on the show live?
Right.
I'm starting to twitch a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, before we go, I want to show you something.
Yeah.
Check this out. So I had this thing made. Just like what was that? That was a phone. Okay, so I had this. It took 2 different things from Facebook to do this, but check this out.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's my girlfriend and me.
That's awesome.
As Padme and Anakin, eh?
That's very cool.
That is awesome.
I had this company do up the artwork, and it cost me I think it was $20. Okay, and then for $6, I found this printing place on Amazon, had it printed out, and we're gonna use that on our table now.
That's cool.
Awesome.
Thank you.
That's very cool. Yeah, that's awesome. Scruffy, anything else?
Nope. That's pretty comic books.
Comic books, yeah. Yesterday was Comic Book Wednesday.
Nobody said really. Wow.
No.
Okay, fine.
Hey, I was giving you props for being our expert, so I wasn't gonna bring you down.
DB.
You know, I'm not going to dig it out because somehow I got the exact same prize pack that Scruffy got from Florida. Strange.
Yep.
No, a lot of awesome stuff. I've been on a bit of a spending freeze, although
Yeah, me too.
I may or may not have acquired a few more Kenner Tauntauns for the herd.
Mm.
They when I find them for $10 or less, I buy them.
Yep. You got to build. You can't build a herd if you don't.
No, can I show you what I've been doing this week though?
Yeah.
Oh,
You
please,
guys
by all
got
means.
time for this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Can you guys see the display?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, very nice.
I have.
Oh,
got to
that
get
is
busy.
cool.
Nice. You're getting the lighting all
That's just
set
a
up.
fraction, but I put lighting in on the display so you can see stuff. Of course, you can't with that bright light.
No, there you go. That's
really
better.
cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. So the guys have a lot of vintage stuff. They have a lot of their stuff from when they grew up, and that's really kind of their focus. And IC is kind of that's the focus, or Imperial Commissary kind of started focused around the original 77 to 85 toys. So you see a lot of cool vintage stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I finally have lighting on the shelf, so I can just sit here in the dark and look at my crap.
Just stare at the awesomeness. Yeah.
Stare at the awesomeness.
So that's where my collecting budget has gone this past couple of weeks.
That's
Very
funny.
cool. I need
Um,
to start working on lighting on mine.
So I will. I'll bring back a lot of stories for another episode of the Adventures Down in Nerdland. On another episode, most of the stuff that I collected down there was for you guys. I did get myself.
You're
Let's
the man.
see if I can. I got myself another pin for the
Oh.
lanyard so that I can try. Yeah. So for my ICCC lanyard, one of the goals that the guys got me started on is I got to get my 30 pieces of flair. So for
I got your flare right here.
Yep. So I've started collecting pins, and that was a cool. I'm a big fan of R5, so I had to get the little R5 pin, and it's actually really cool because he opens up.
Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna
So-
say. I was like, that opens up. doesn't
Yep.
it?
So and then also for Collection Corner, which is really cool. It just dropped today. We dropped yesterday was Star Wars Podcast Day. We dropped 2 episodes yesterday for that. But I also we have a running gag on this show called the Legend of Doug Rebo, and our joke is that Max really died on Jabba's sail barge, and the Ortolan that's in Book of Boba Fett is not really Max. It's his evil twin brother Doug. And so some friends of ours, another pod from a certain point of skew, put together their first, for Star Wars Podcast Day, put together their first collection of fan written stories for their novel, for their first edition of From a Certain Point of Skew, which is kind of a parody of the From a Certain Point of View books. And so the Legend of Doug Rebo has now been canonized in that first edition of their audiobook. So it's episode 135, From a Certain Point of Skew. Check it out. It's the closing story of their podcast drop today. But all the stories are great. And DB, you'll love this. They have Brown 5 Spotchka himself as the narrator for the whole episode. So they have Rural Farm Boy sipping Spotchka, sitting in a rocking chair, narrating between the stories. They did a fantastic job. All the stories are great. I highly suggest everyone listen to it. I've already put links up on all of our socials to it. And I have not finished the whole episode myself. It's almost 2 hours long, but it's everything I've listened to in there has been great. They've added sound effects. My entry into it sounds really good. They added Book of Boba Fett music. They did audio wipes to go between the scenes. It's awesome. Jay's girlfriend does the voice of Garsa Fwip in it, so you don't have to hear me trying to do a feminine voice, and it's it works out really well.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. So but yeah, so that's Collection Corner. And with that, I think we'll start to wrap things up. Kyle, where can all of our watchers and listeners find you?
Well, we're on Etsy at ALKY Space Solutions, so you can find us there, or you can find us online at our website at alkysolutions.com. And it has like our email there. It's got our phone number. You can contact us. You can make orders through that. And if you have any questions too, you can message us through Facebook or Instagram and check our stuff out. Yeah, there you go.
That's very cool. That's very cool. So one of the things we want to do before we get off is all of our guests that come on to the show become honorary members of Brown Squadron. And with that, you get a flight designation and a call sign. And so anytime you come on the show, you'll sign in with us. And you are now Brown 38. And
Brown 38, okay.
Brown 38, and your call sign is Tem Madog. And who Tem Madog is, and it's a character from Legends. And Tem Madog is a character from Legends who was part of the Jedi, which is a predecessor to the Jedi. He was kind of the temple master, and when I traced it back in Legends to who created the very first lightsaber, it's only identified as the weapons master in this organization. But he was the head of the temple, head of the organization. He was a craftsman himself, and it's kind of suspected that he was the weapons master. So when I was looking for a call sign for somebody that spends their life building and designing lightsabers, I couldn't think of a better one. So
Tem Madog.
Tem Madog.
I like that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So welcome to the crew. And
thank you.
Yeah.
I'm honored.
Yeah, we're happy to have you. And I'll get to you that information off air. We're going to put all the links to their sites on all of our our posts for this. The audio version will be coming out Monday. There'll be links on there for that. And yeah, good luck in Vancouver. And we hope that we'll hope to hook up with you at a con sometime in the near future. So
I'm really looking forward to getting down to Tennessee. So this is I really look forward to get all that info.
Yeah, and anytime you want to come back on the show to talk about anything, you're more than welcome. You're a member of the crew now. You just let us know, and we'll have you back on an episode. So
I would love that. Thank you.
So check it out. Alky Solutions is definitely a superior lightsaber manufacturer in terms of all the brands out there. I can definitely say it's going to be better than this. So
oh, maybe not.
Hey, Scruffy. With that, I think we're gonna get out of here.
It's the Baby Yoda ears at the top, man, that made it.
Yeah. Well, he's got some similar ones. You should see that Balin Skull one. It's pretty dope. So, So, with that, I think we're gonna get out of here. If you'd like to get a hold of Hyperspace Heroes, just listen to the outro on the audio version. We don't have it on this one yet. Brownie 1 is still working on that for us. So if you want to get a hold of us, just get a hold of us through our social media, or you can DM us and get a hold of us at brownsquadron@gmail.com. And with that, I think we're going to get out of here tonight, guys. This is Brown Leader signing off for the crew, and you have been listening to Hyperspace Heroes. That's no moon.